And all right, so I'm going to flip my camera around right now. And all right, so on a piece of paper, on a Post-it, we're going to get some clarity. We're going to get some, put ourselves in focus now first. And there we go. So on a piece of paper, everyone's going to write me, M-E, me, and then you're going to draw that arrow up top. This is the direction that you're facing in the field. This is going to be like a living map. So we're going to take me, and we're just going to place me right in front here. And I'm going to let Melanie in as we're doing that. So just place your hand on the piece of paper with me. Welcome, Melanie. You didn't miss anything, so please join us.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you. Sorry for the confusion.
Yeah, we just placed ourselves in the field. You're totally fine.
Okay,
So
hon, thanks.
piece of paper, me. And then now everyone, we're going to drop into the field. So we're going to get really present to me. So getting really present to you, noticing what you're noticing. What do you notice? Thoughts, feelings, emotions. How does it feel to be in your body right now? So just noticing. We'll take a few moments of silence to do that. So noticing how you're relating to the environment around you. Noticing if it feels a little heavy in certain spots. Noticing if you're also feeling support. I feel like some of you are feeling a lot of support behind you right now. Perhaps your ancestors are behind you, presencing them. How does it feel to be in your body right now? Looking ahead, looking in front of you, what do you notice? Again, how does that feel in your body when you notice that? And at this point, I do want to take a share. So who would like to share what their experience is when they place themselves into the field?
This is Lake.
Thanks, Lake.
The first thing that popped in was, excuse me, unless I am of service, what am I? Complete.
Okay, yeah. So this inquiry right now with you. Yeah. Thank you. I think we'll take one more share before we put the next step in. Who would like to share? Being present with themselves right now.
This is Melanie. I feel like there's just a whole clearing that happened and there's a path in front of me and the road feels very open.
Yes. Are you also feeling your support around you here?
Yes.
Yes, very strong. Yeah, thank you, Melanie. So everyone just noticing where you are. We're going to place the next step in. We're going to call it my day. So we're going to look at our day. So what's been going on with us? How has our day been? So let's bring in my day. We're actually going to place it across from us and we're going to take a look at it. So place your hand on the piece of paper written my day. And again, that arrow looking out. So looking at you, placing your hand on my day, and let's see what comes as your day. So what is it? How does it appear? And we'll just take a few moments in silence to look at that. You may be getting images. Certain things might be popping out to you. Allow those to come. And then place your other hand on me and feel into you looking at your day. So look at your day. What do you notice when you're looking at your day? Some of you, I feel some judgment coming up. Some of you, I feel a lot of gratitude. I also feel some changes that have been going on the past few weeks, how that's changed. Who would like to share what they notice when my day comes in?
When I feel into my day, it's just amazing how rapidly the day passes.
Mhm. The construct of time has shifted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How do you feel towards your day, Hisa?
Well, this day I had an unexpected gift of a wonderful Reiki session from Nicole, and so there was a really big gift that was given to me, and then there's all these chores that I thought I would do that hadn't been done, so I'm trying to justify that my day has changed.
Yeah. So what I'm feeling from you is there's this, wow, this day was a gift. And then there's also like a little bit of judging how my day went or how my day goes.
Exactly, yeah.
So all that. So we're just noticing right now. Let's go to the next step. We're going to take a look at my healthy habits. So we're going to place that in, my healthy habits. And then we can write that arrow, draw that arrow up top. And let's place my healthy habits over here. And we're going to take a look. We'll add that into the field. So place your hand on my healthy habits. See what comes up for you. See what you're noticing. Allow that to arise. What are you doing? How are you being with your healthy habits? And then you can also place your other hand on me, and notice how those healthy habits feel in relation to you. Perhaps you do want to actually look at them. If there is a movement, as always, within your own constellation, make that movement. Say it's good to see you, healthy habits. If there is a communication there, I want more of you, perhaps. Perhaps there's a thank you. Give that communication. Does anyone want to share at this point? Can I take one share? Terrence, can I have you share?
Yeah, okay, I'm muted. Yeah, what I felt was a little bit of distance from my healthy habits. It's maybe a little bit of my inner critic or something coming in and saying, well, I have healthy habits, but I should do this more and I should do this more. And, it's like, whoa, what's that all about?
Yeah. So Terrence, look at your healthy habits and actually see the ones that are there supporting you right now. Can you look for those? Can you see those? Ask them to come to show themselves. What do you see?
Well, what I do see is somewhat of a reward. It's not, how do I put it? I do give myself credit for some of the things that I do. And some of the things I do are pretty subtle. And they're a very good thing. So
say, Terrence, say into the field, say, I'm having a challenging time not judging myself right now.
yeah, okay. I'm having a challenging time not judging myself right now.
Yeah. Say, I do have healthy habits.
I do have healthy habits.
But sometimes my judgment gets in the way.
But sometimes, I don't know if it's judgment or not. Sorry.
Okay.
It's more of a, I don't know, but it's a little bit of inherent laziness or something, perhaps.
Okay. So sometimes I get in my way.
Sometimes I get in my way.
Yeah. Yeah. Just acknowledging what's so.
Okay.
Mhm. But Terrence, one more thing. So say to your healthy habits, say it's good to see you,
It's good to see you.
even if I don't see you very clearly right now.
Even if I don't see you very clearly right now,
Thanks for being here.
thanks for being here.
Yeah. Just acknowledging. Okay, I think we're gonna go the next step. We're gonna bring in my unhealthy habits. We're gonna take a look at our unhealthy habits. We're gonna draw an arrow up top, and let's place in my unhealthy habits up here. Let's go ahead and we can move back my day. That's the context. So let's just look at my unhealthy habits. We're just gonna look at it to see what's so. To notice what shows up. For some of you, I feel like there's a movement. So follow that movement. Perhaps this part of you with the unhealthy habits looks away. Just let them do that. And noticing how you feel when that happens. And perhaps you are still looking at your unhealthy habits. And perhaps there's still a thank you to them for being here for you. And perhaps there's a communication from your unhealthy habits to you. So listen to that communication. And perhaps there's a communication from you to unhealthy habits. And for some of you, it feels like there is a movement for your healthy habits to be beside you, supporting you right now. Make that movement. So I want to hear from someone, what happens when my healthy habits and then my unhealthy habits come into the field for you?
For me, when my unhealthy habits came in, I immediately started yawning.
Mm-hmm.
And I seemed to be getting to bed later and later. And I'm having trouble sleeping. So it's probably not a good idea to go to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So just noticing your unhealthy habits right now. And we're gonna give your unhealthy habits, we're gonna write on a piece of paper, healing, love, compassion. So we're gonna give this to your unhealthy habits right now. Compassion and connection. Healing, love, compassion, and connection with that arrow up top. So whatever showed up for you, let's place this in front of my unhealthy habits and let's give this healing, love, compassion, and connection to your unhealthy habits. And again, this may show up as a part of you. And so we're giving healing, love, compassion, and connection to it. And let's actually, for some of you, it feels like we want to actually change this to not say my unhealthy habits, because that feels really judgy. So perhaps it's my unwanted habits. So see what that is for you and actually change that. Because as we're bringing this into the field, what we judge as my unhealthy habits, when we're bringing the healing, love, compassion, and connection, this actually morphs, this actually changes. So let's see what that is for you. It could be just my habits. So see how that's morphed for you. So feeling into healing love, compassion, and connection. How does it feel to bring that into the field? How has this shifted for you? Feeling back into me, so feeling back into you. Notice what happens for you when healing love, compassion, and connection is there for you. And Terrence, also for you, have this look at your healthy habits as well and see if that helps. And receive that healing. Who wants to share what happens when this comes in?
This Terrence, I like it. When the healing, love, compassion, connection came in, my unhealthy habits dramatically changed to almost humor.
Oh,
Like, oh, I see you. Yeah, I did that again, and it's all right. It's the size of them became smaller. So
yeah, thank you. Does one more person want to share what happened when healing love, compassion, and connection came in?
I'll share, Megan.
Please.
Yeah, so it was much better when we changed to unwanted habits. There was more of a block when it was unhealthy habits. But the notes I had made when I put the healing, love, compassion, and connection, the color orange just sort of flooded the whole sticky note of the unwanted habits. And to me, in terms of the healing, the orange to me is the sacral chakra, which is relationship, which is, my primary reason for the unwanted habits are related to lack of relationship and lack of that connection. So
Yeah.
I felt like it was very appropriate that the orange color came in and flooded it all.
Yeah. Wonderful. That's great healing. Thank you. So let's just feel into that. I feel like the healing is still happening. So let's just keep feeling into it. And again, if you feel called to move the healing, love, compassion, and connection to the other parts here, so perhaps to move that around your field here, please do. Let's just feel into that for a few more moments. So it feels like a lot of you are receiving that right now. So keep receiving that. Feeling that compassion for yourself. And it feels like the other side is also giving us a lot of compassion too, with what we're all going through. And also feeling that connection. So allowing yourself to be connected to these parts of us, that perhaps we do sometimes judge. And as we're doing this, as the healing is happening, I'm feeling like this is actually just changing to my habits. So let's go ahead if that calls to you. So my habits, it's becoming more neutral. If that calls to you. And now the field's asking, let's add, we're gonna add balance. So let's add balance to the field. With that arrow, we're gonna place balance right here. So feeling into balance. And perhaps placing one hand on me, one hand on balance. Feel how that feels to have that in your field, to really be connected to the essence of balance. And then perhaps feeling into the other parts in your field right now. Your habits. Feel into my day and feel into balance. How does my day feel in relation to balance? So energetically connecting that. And perhaps by touching channeling balance and channeling your day, you're able to see different things in your day or see your day differently now? Just noticing that. Can we have one more person share what happens when balance comes in relation to the rest of the field? Perhaps a person who hasn't shared?
This is Melanie. I don't notice an impact of balance.
Okay.
Healing love and compassion with connection feels very, very good with healthy habits. It feels like that's where my power is. And those two feel great. The balance, I don't notice much. And when I put my hand on my day, I actually felt like I didn't feel good. Like I just want to stay with my healthy habits and my healing love. Like that's where I want to stay.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but it's just like, that's where I belong.
Yeah. So I think balance is like in the background for you.
Mm,
So just feel into that. It's in the background.
okay.
Mhm. So there's something about my day that feels a little confronting in your field. So for you, Melanie, I don't know if you've made this movement, can you actually place healing, love, compassion, and connection across from my day?
Sure.
Let it receive. How does that feel?
I feel more spaciousness there.
It actually feels like I wanted to just I don't know how you out, I just wanted to take a little step back from your day and just kind of give that to it from afar. Let it kind of seep in that way. Perhaps just be with that for a few moments. Okay, so let's go to the next step. We're going to add what's happening all around us. Okay, so we have my day, we have our day and our world here. So let's actually add in what's happening all around us. We're going to take a look at it with that arrow up top. And let's bring it over here to placing our hand on what's happening all around us. Let's just notice what happens when we place that into the field. First, channeling it. So what do you notice is the information, the energy of what's happening around us. So let's just feel into that. And then feeling back into you. And let's look over here, look at my day, and look at what's happening here. Healing, love, compassion, connection, the habits within your day, and the balance. And let's look over here to what's happening all around us. So taking a look at it. Notice how you're relating to what's happening all around us. How does it feel when you look at that? And also still presencing your day, this healing, love, compassion, connection. So still remaining connected to all of that. Who wants to share what happens when what's happening all around us comes in?
For me, what's happening all around us takes a lot of space.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost like pushes the other pieces of paper to the side.
Mm-hmm. So does it feel like it's coming towards, like making a movement towards you and taking up more space?
It's almost demanding more space.
Mhm. How do you feel? Is there a movement that you make as well in the field, Lisa, when that happens for you?
I kind of know I'm looking at, well, slightly looking at what's happening all around us. And before that, I was just really looking at my day. But now it's sort of like there's a certain tilt of the head towards what's happened all around us.
Yeah. Feels a little mesmerizing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And a little bit demanding.
And demanding. Yeah. Okay. So let's actually go to the next step here. We're going to call it healthy boundaries. Healthy boundaries. With that arrow. And let's actually place that where it feels appropriate to you. So in between you and what's happening all around us. And these are healthy boundaries. And let's see what shows up for you. So placing your hand on healthy boundaries, let's place that into the field. Some of you, it feels like, are actually presencing helpers from the other side. So there seems like there's some strong Archangel Michael. I'm sure some of you are doing work with him right now. So whatever healthy boundaries are showing up for you, however that is, allowing those to come in. So feeling how those healthy boundaries feel. And then let's place your hand back on me. Notice how you are relating to healthy boundaries. How does it feel to have them there in your field? How do you relate to this, to your world here? And then feel into how you are now relating to what's happening all around us. You can also feel into all three of them at the same time by placing your hands like this. And feeling how can you relate to what's happening around you through these? Does that shift? Does that relationship shift? Are you able to feel that in a different way? Who would like to share?
I would like to share.
Please.
Actually, when we put in this, what's happening around us, I was surprised that it didn't really affect me much.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt very, very protected. And when you asked us to put in healthy boundaries, I'm like, I guess that's what's already there for some reason. And today I did a lot of meditation. I did a lot of work on myself. I also obviously did some healing work. And so I guess just today, I'm very much, the words that come are like doing what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
That surprises me. Okay. So, but I feel like I'm in my own bubble. So I'm really protected with all what I have done. And
it feels, Nicole, it feels like you're still connected and you have these healthy boundaries around you, and all the work that you do this is already here for you. We're just seeing it in the field. So this is already here for you. Okay. So there's an acknowledgement in that.
thank you.
Yeah. And there is an acknowledgement in that, and it's also good to see it too as well.
Yes.
Thank you. And so being connected to this, and then aware of, hey, there's a lot going on right now, and I have healthy boundaries. I can be connected. I can be the healing, love, compassion, and connection through healthy boundaries. Yeah. Can we have one more? Go ahead.
And one more thing, I did put in addition to the healing, gentleness, kindness, and tenderness. It seems that's something that's important for me to give to myself also. So I put this alongside because my papers are somewhat small. And so that feels very helpful.
And thank you for saying that. So as always, guys, in your constellations, if there are additional elements, elements that you want to add to your constellation, please do. So if there's additional words that you want to add to here, balance, there could be also be harmony. There could also be other resources that you add to here. So please do that. Your intuition, listen to your intuition as far as what you're needing or what's missing for you. And you can write that on a piece of paper and place it beside you. Place it in your field where it feels it wants to be. If you're called to do that, please do that now. Some of you, I feel like the healthy boundaries, you may actually want to place it over here for right now. Perhaps that there's stronger healthy boundaries right now that you need. So if there's that movement, please do that now. Again, feeling able to love and connect through the healthy boundaries. So let's go to the next step here. We're going to add, so there's what's going on in my day, and then there's what's happening around us. And there's this thought of the future. So we're actually gonna write, and let's actually put this in quotation marks. So this is called, we'll write the future. And this is how we have, as human beings, how we have it as the future. And we're actually gonna look at it first. So let's look at the future up here. Just gonna look at it and kind of turn yourself. So placing your hand on the future, feel into that. What does the future feel like? And that could be different for each of you. So how does it feel to look at the future? What emotions come up in you? Thoughts? Who wants to share what they notice when the future comes in?
The future for me just seems like wide open, infinite realm of possibilities, and I don't have to structure it at all like anyway before this all happened.
Yeah. Yeah. If it feels appropriate, he said, perhaps turn the future around.
Okay.
That's looking out in the future. Feels like there was that movement there. And just have it be there. And perhaps look out here. And kind of notice, it feels like it's propelling you forward.
Right.
Yeah. So let's just feel with that, be with that. And anyone else, if you're called to do that, please make that movement. He said there may be some messages from the future to you. Can you hear those?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Can you share them?
Just the fact that it could be totally different from what I have now. And that's in a good way.
Yeah. And I also hear that it's guiding you through this right now. Yeah. So there's definitely some guides and some guidance from that, from the future for you, those messages. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else want to share what happens when the future comes in?
Yeah, this is Terrence. I I like the future. To me, there seems to be a relationship between the future, healthy boundaries, and healthy habits.
Yeah.
There's a pretty dynamic ease in the future.
Yeah. And I can see your healthy habits looking at the future, like really connected to it.
Yeah, that's the one that got me first. Was the yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Hmm.
Can we have one more person share at this point?
For me, Melanie, the future is like winning the jackpot. Like there's just a, oh my goodness, I am beyond thrilled to see you. And my throat is buzzing in a way I've never felt my throat before. It's just full of this electricity and this energy that it feels like so exciting and almost like titillating. It's like that level of excitement and feeling.
Yeah. There's this new vibrational resonance that we're all shifting to.
God, it just feels good to feel my throat so activated. There's just something really, yeah, it feels so good.
Yeah.
It's like I've been waiting for that somehow.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, just be with that. Yeah. It feels like keep receiving that. Yeah. Okay. All right, we're gonna add another step here. Let's add, we're gonna add support behind us. Now support can show up and we're asking for support to show up and for our greatest good and as it wants to here. So we're gonna place support behind us as we look at our future, as we look at the future, as we are present to our day. So present to our day, to what's happening around us within healthy boundaries. Let's feel into support. So let's see what support shows up for us. So I'm seeing many ancestors. Again, guides, angels, archangels. It looks like, I don't know if this is translated correctly, but ascended masters of sorts. And other helpers. So see who shows up for you, feel their support behind you. So feeling their support behind you. And let's all turn around and look at our support. And let's say go ahead and say, I see you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me. I need lots of support now. I could always use your support. So here, if there are any messages from your support, so ask for some messages and just receive those. Let's actually share at this point. Who wants to share what happened when their support came in, and then also if there's any, if there are any messages that you're receiving?
This is Terrence. I had one quick comment is all. It's kind of odd, so I don't know if I should bring it up, but what I got pretty strongly with support was the future.
So say more about that. What would support with the future?
Yeah, instead of ancestors and angelic help, I got the future is supporting me.
Ah, yes. Yes, clear.
I thought that was kind of odd, so that's it.
Very clear. Thank you. Anyone else? One more person?
I'll share, Megan. So when I was just on support itself, I could feel a lot of my angels and guides. When I connected me and my support, there almost felt like an equivalence. You know, I was so blended with them and connected with them that we're sort of acting as one, as a team. And then I'm trying to remember, let me put my hand back on future. It's hard to get it in the moment, but anyway, there was lots of information. But when I put it on future before, there was just a strengthening towards the future, and I just yeah, I'm not remembering the specifics at the moment.
Yeah, you feel very connected to all of that, though.
Yes.
Yeah. That's really nice. Yeah. It feels like you're embodying that right now. Yeah. Okay, so let's turn everyone. Let's turn you around and let's just look back into the field here. So we're going to look at the future with this support behind you. And then let's look over at healthy boundaries to what's happening all around us. And again, still feeling the support. We can actually feel into what's happening all around us. You facing that with the support behind you. Healthy boundaries. So really embodying that. And feeling into what's going to unfold here in the next few months, the experience of life, the changes through to the awakening, knowing that you are connected to this support, feeling that actually in your body, so embodied by that, feeling the support behind you and embodying that, really presencing the healthy boundaries right now. And that's with relationships, that's with yourself, that's with the world. So really presencing that. And still being connected to what's going on around you through that with your support. And perhaps you look at the future again. So we'll turn at the future, look at the future again. Again, really connecting to that. So as we traverse, this time unfolds, it's important to have the healthy boundaries and then really connect with this energy here too, the future, because this is the awakening. This is where we're going. And we're integrating with that. We're embodying that. And so seeing what is, being with what is right now, and then also embodying that and welcoming that, receiving that. And right now, this time, our support, our helpers on the other side are here like they've never been here before. So welcome them in for our greatest good. Love and light. Welcome them in to support you. So let's actually go back here. Let's go back to my day. And wherever healing, love, compassion, and connection is, we're going to look at my day again. And you guys can feel into the habits over here. So what happens during your day, and perhaps the word habits have changed. And let's actually do that right now, guys. Perhaps it's my fun, whatever it is for you, I want you to write that down. My fun, joyful life. Whatever that is for you, go ahead and write that in. Perhaps it's my fun, joyful life, and it's play, and perhaps it's friendship. Perhaps it's creativity. So now it's creativity, it's spontaneity. It's whatever that is for you, write that here now, allowing that to morph into what that is for you. Bring that in. So feeling that into that now. Feel how my day is when that comes in. Allowing balance to be in the background here. And perhaps healing, love, compassion, connection has a little movement. Perhaps it's spreading, allowing it to move throughout your field right now. If there's anything else that wants to be added to your field, so you can add it here, or perhaps there is another piece that you want to add that would support you, like a resource of sorts. Please add that. And we'll take, we just have a few more minutes and we'll take a couple closing shares. Who would like to share?
Something greatly shifted for me when it became like my joy or my creativity. I just said my life now. And what changed for me was then life became, under quarantine, became less of a prison, but something like an exciting day camp.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's interesting how that morphed into that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, through the healing, through all of this, through looking at it, through the healing of it. Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Anyone else want to share?
This is Melanie. It feels like I came into balance, or balance became part of my field, and like it was a piece that was solidified, or I don't know, like it was welcomed in more when I tapped into both support and the future at the same time. It was like that was the missing piece, was supporting me as I move forward in the future. Then balance was able to come in.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, great. That wasn't that hard. And it felt really comforting to know that there's like the support behind me and then the future in front of me. It felt like the pieces came together then.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Can we take one more share?
Well, this is Terrence. I changed a card and it felt good. I got rid of my habits and instead I wrote my neutral response.
Okay. For this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
And it really worked for me. I know it's odd, but that's why I bring it up. I'm just being odd.
No, I like that. It's good.
It's like, in a way, the neutral response is simply truth.
Yeah. What is so?
Yeah. There you go.
Very, very powerful. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you. All right, guys, I think we're going to end it here. And as always, when we have a constellation like this, if there are some pieces that you want to feel back into, you can actually feel back into this constellation and keep receiving that. So perhaps you want to keep this here, or what you've added. And so feeling back into this, keeping the future, a lot of your future selves are showing up, keeping your support in, feeling back into this. Or you can keep the whole thing out. And then again, at any time, we'll help you also, again, tap back into the field and also embody this. So, okay, I'm gonna open my eyes wide and flip my camera. I go into like a little trance thing. Thank you guys so much for being here. And again, we'll do this every Wednesday. And then we are starting the awakening next, I have no track of days. When is that? Tuesday? Next Tuesday. So that'll be a morning meditation, and we're going to do support constellations. So they'll be really supportive. And we'll do that for a half hour every day for 28 days. So if you guys haven't registered, please register for that.
And
Of
what
course,
time in the morning, Megan?
8 o'clock.
8. Okay, thanks.
Yeah. And so please register for that. Of course, I always do I do one-on-one work. So if you guys are wanting an individual constellation, please reach out to me as well. Anything else that I'm forgetting, Hisa? No, thank you to Hisa very much. This was inspired by Hisa today. So thank you very much, Hisa. You guys have a great week, and I'll see some of you maybe tomorrow at the awakening, the other awakening. Awakening.
All right.
Constellations. All right, guys. And
Thank you, Megan. A lot of fun. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.